something special.
Oh, no, that's right. This one, I think it was 500 gold, but there was a hole in it.
There's a hole in the bag.
Yeah, there's a hole in the bag, but it's 500 gold.
What does the hole mean, by the way? Does it mean that items will fall out of it?
So Ven explains that the hole just means that there's a limit to the size of the items you can put in the bag.
Ah, okay.
So the size of the items have to be smaller than the hole.
Okay, so it's... I'll just put holy bag of holding.
Yeah.
That's a very apt description.
The hole's about 20 centimeters.
Yeah, I just pretty much can't hold large items.
Yeah, basically, can't hold large items.
Right, thank you. So Varessa will go to Getz and show him the scimitar and see what he'll say about it. I assume Tori's going to be next to him.
Yeah, Tori's next to him. Getz says, "Oh, this is the scimitar I was looking for. I heard a legendary warrior once wielded this scimitar. One who could never miss his attack. One who slayed many foes. And his treasures were adorned on the scimitar before his own death. This is definitely that scimitar." And he points at it and looks at Tori expectantly, as if to see if she approves. Tori, she gives a scoff and she says, "It's okay." And then she pulls out her own scimitar and she says, "But I like mine better."
I guess Varessa will just stand there awkwardly with the scimitar looking between the two of them like...
Tori looks at all the jewels adorned on the scimitar, though, and quickly changes her mind. She says, "Well, actually, maybe I'll hold on to this for the moment. I'll hold on to it. See if I like it," she says, and she hastily puts her hands out to grab the scimitar.
Okay.
Glauve, in the meantime, offers a small prayer for the goblin who drowned himself to death.
Okay, Varessa will... What she'll do is she'll pass the scimitar to Getz first. Since he's the one paying for it, I guess.
Yep.
Since it's supposed to be
Getz grabs the scimitar and then gives it to Tori. And he says, "Here, for your hand in marriage," and he gets down on one knee. And Tori says, she says she'll agree if she makes it out of this stinking town alive. She says she'll agree to think about it. And Getz, he seems to accept that. He seems to accept that he's gotten a little closer to Tori's heart. And he nods and he says, "Okay, my love." And Tori now has a scimitar of speed. And turns to the rest of the party and says, "Well, do you have any unfinished business? Or are we ready to leave? I imagine that big boat is big enough for all of us. I came here by paying one of the pirate ships leaving Saltmarsh a hefty sum. You know, the waters around here are actually infested with pirates. I'm surprised you didn't get attacked on the way here. There must be something threatening about your ship."
Okay. Wait, can Rufus do the lottery thing, and what does he have to roll? Because he would definitely buy that unknown item for 250.
No, not okay, yeah. So roll a D100.
Righty. How about a D100 and a D10 roll? Does that what is the 5? Okay, 15.
15. Let's see, where did I? Oh no, that's where I put it. That's where I put it. So Rufus buys the random mystery bag from Ben, and he's given a scabbard first, and then afterwards Ben starts scurrying around looking for the weapon to hold the scabbard. It seems to be some sort of dagger. She basically she's able to find the dagger eventually. Once looking underneath one of her shelves, and she passes it to Rufus, and she says, "This dagger has the ability to keep people quiet."
Interesting.
She says, but no one really wanted to use it, so no one really wanted to buy it, so I had to disguise it as a sort of mystery bag. People around here are more interested in buying guns or blunderbusses and regular daggers than daggers like this. So, yeah. So the dagger is basically a regular dagger, but it has a little bit of abilities, little special abilities. But you'll have to attune to it to figure out the rest of the abilities.
Okay, so it's just like a
she says. She says the name of the dagger is Whisper Fang. So I think you should just add it as a custom item, and just say it needs to be attuned by a rogue.
Okay, I'll add the dagger and customize the name.
Yeah.
What did you say? What was the name? Whisper Fang?
Whisper Fang. Yeah. I think he will like this dagger.
I just edited customized a regular dagger for now.
Easy. Okay.
Right, I guess Marissa will go to the ship and she'll check with Silence and these guys if the supplies got delivered.
Silence and Olga, they nod their head and they say, "Yep, the supplies were delivered by some of the workers around here. We didn't even have to do a thing." But I noticed that there was no beer in the supplies, Olga says. "I think we're nearly out. How are we going to make it 4 days without beer on a ship?" "Why, I think the dwarves would throw a mutiny over that. Us dwarves, we can't survive very long without beer. Without any grog. Surely there's something we can do about this."
Forgot to remove custom. Give me a second. I believe
Silence looks over to Olga and does a shaking of her head. In disappointment.
Okay, she does not in fact have any grog. She'll... Okay. I was hoping she still had a barrel or something left over, she does. Marissa will ask her if she can go buy some then, and how much it would cost. Through the Olga.
Olga says, "I think 3 barrels would be enough. 3 barrels full of mead or beer or whatever, anything. I'll even drink moonshine at this point," she says. "It'll probably be maybe 100 gold will be enough," she says.
Okay.
And she sniffles and looks
Okay,
at you.
Varessa will give her 100 gold and tell her to go buy some.
Alright. Olga runs off with the gold and then quickly turns around and looks at the other dwarves and she says, "Boys, we're getting some grog." And the dwarves, 2 dwarves on the top next to the rudders, they jump off and they follow Olga behind. They go off into the tavern to order or to buy some cakes. Okay. So, whilst this is happening, Tori and Getz, they start exploring the rest of the town. Just the 2 of them. And no more. Is there anything you'd like to do? I think Glabe will just hang around with you, Varessa, and so will Lucas.
I'd like to do an experiment.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I'd like to take a limb of whatnot of any of these bodies. Smile.
Okay.
Maybe this dead one. Preferably an arm.
Okay. So, no more. You know that this creature is a goblin, and he seemed to be the leader of the group. So, you know what race of the creature is, and you want to take a arm from him. It's quite a skinny arm. Okay, so you do you have any items to cut off the arm with?
Oh, I was actually just gonna try to snap off his arm, but sure. Let me see real quickly. Inventory. Oh, I have the Lizard Queen Scepter. Smile. That'll come through.
Yeah, that should be fine. You cut through the joint. Yeah, you should be able to dismember the goblin.
Excellent,
so you swing and you cut off his arm. And now you have a goblin arm.
Fantastic. But
the armor that he was wearing is now unusable. In case you wanted to,
to
use his armor. Okay. One of the vendors just stares at you, horrified at the sight. And when he notices that you were basically performing an experiment on the other guy, he quickly turns around and looks the other way. You walk up to him and he says, can I help you?
Yes, you can help me.
And then he puts his arms behind his back and he says, what can I do for you?
Could you please remove that goblin? He looks a little gross.
She says, I could call a guard, but I don't want to touch him. He might, I don't know, get back up or something.
Oh, that's alright. I'll make sure. He
says,
doesn't get up.
Okay, and then he starts walking over to the goblin, and he says, I'll just push him into the water, I guess.
That'll do.
Starts dragging the goblin's corpse down. And then he begins to kick the goblin into the water. He falls into the water. And the water stains red. And the guy, he just stares at what he's done. And then he says, whispers to himself, "Am I an accomplice now?"
That's alright. Would you like his thumb?
Yeah, he says, I think I should get back to my store. And he rushes off. And goes back to his vendor.
What a shame.
He begins talking.
Alright, now, with that arm, I'd like to, I guess, make it clasp onto the ring of the other arm that I had in my backpack that I got from the ship.
Okay.
I like to see what the ring kind of does, or how it interacts with the flesh.
So, which arm was this? From which ship?
I believe from the ship with the spiders on it before.
Oh, Krell's arm. Or Krell's hand. I see.
I presume so. Yes, there was a magical ring smile.
Yeah, the one on the Emperor of Waves. Yeah.
All right. So.
And so you grab the goblin arm and then
I make it clasp onto the ring.
You touch to touch the ring. Yeah. As soon as the arm touches the ring, it begins to wither and shrivel up.
Oh, fantastic.
As if rapidly aging.
Oh my goodness.
Eventually it turns into bone.
Fantastic. Nice cursed item. Okay. Am I able to...
You also notice that the arm of the hand that you have that has the ring attached to it is almost lifelike, as if unaffected of being severed from the body. It's as if it's been preserved this whole time.
Alrighty. Now, damn, I should have fished out the body. I needed the head as well.
There were some bodies on this pier.
Before, fantastic.
So I think I can maybe bring one of them back. Let's see, let's have this guy. Oh.
Oh,
Clash of Cans. One of the dead goblins.
I guess I just want to sever the head.
You go to sever this goblin's head, but then you notice something. You notice breathing. This one is still alive.
Hello. Hi, stranger. Welcome.
He's not responding. But you can notice on the left of his hand, lying on the ground, it's shaking a little bit. You believe he's playing dead.
You look tasty. Triple. This one might be yummy.
You notice in the goblin's pants a bit of water seems to come out. It begins to smell like urine.
Ah, fresh. Fresh it seems. Let's take this one back to the lab.
The goblin opens his eyes and then screams, "No, please, please!" And he, on the ground, he begins pushing himself back away from you, crawling away. And he says, "No, please, please! I know where treasure is. Treasure, yes, you want treasure, right? Treasure.
Oh, treasure.
Yes, treasure. Yes, treasure. Yes, I know where. There's a lot of treasure. My leader, he had a treasure trove where he kept all the treasure. Yes, I'll take it to you. I'll take you to it." And then he says, "Just follow me. Just follow me." And he walks off in this direction. And he keeps walking up. And then as he walks up, he begins to sprint and starts to run away from you. What do you do?
Cripple. This one might taste yummier.
He turns around and he says, "I'm not dying to a gnome. I have my pride."
Cripple,
and as he runs up, is there anything you'd like to do as he's running away?
Oh. Cripple. Cribble, I think he wants to play a game of hide and seek. What do you think? Ribbit.
He disappears. Okay.
What a shame. Made some soup.
Cribble seems to be hopping around on your shoulder and is wanting to get your attention.
Oh, what is it, Cribble?
He sticks his tongue out.
Oh. What is that?
And then he flicks his tongue around in the air.
Ah, yes. I do love the salinity in the air. Well, what is it? What's up there?
He just ribbits and flicks his tongue in the air more. And then his tongue begins to point in a direction. Towards the left. Points towards the left here.
Which hand is
the
left?
thing works. You just hear a ribbit.
Ribbit.
Just a pointed ribbit. Okay. Cribble tells you to go right from here. Alright. And he tells you to keep going forward. And then he starts hopping and ribbiting.
Ooh, what is this, Cribble?
The blacksmith approaches you and says, "Can I help you, lad?"
Oh, yes you can.
"I don't sell armor for frogs."
Oh, that's okay. I am this frog's armor.
"I see," he says, and he keeps on hammering at a sword.
Oh, fine, sir. Are you able to identify a certain item for me?
He says, "What item is it? Is it a weapon or is it armor?"
It's a funny looking ring.
Ring. This is a weapon and armor store, not a jewelry store.
I can guarantee you, this in itself is a weapon.
Says, "Alright, I'll have a look at it. Must be
Don't
one of
touch it,
those
though.
rings with a spike on it or something." And
Don't
you
touch
pull
it.
out the arm and you plop it on the table and he looks at it. And he says, "Best not to ask questions." And he looks at the ring and he says, "Alright, let me pull out my tools." And he brings out basically like a monocle with this engraving on it. And he starts looking at it, and the monocle starts to glow. And then he says, "Yep, this is a magic ring. Is that what you wanted to know? It's definitely magic."
No, I wanted to know what the ring is. Have you seen it before? Have you encountered anything like this?
Says, "I don't really specialize in magic, but I know someone who does." And he points
Fantastic.
towards the opposite side of the store. He seems to be pointing at a weasel on the ground. He says, "Yep, that person over there will tell you all you need to know."
Oh, Cripple, do you
Well-
know them?
Apparently, I don't know. I don't speak animal. There were some druids that came by here, and they let me know that this person knows a lot about magic. So, if you can speak with animals, then maybe they'll be able to help you. But otherwise, I got some more work to do on the non-magic items. Things that won't blow you up.
But wait, good sir. Do you have any armor for me?
What armor are you looking for?
Anything that looks shiny.
Okay. He says, anything in your size, I'll look for it.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
All good. I think no more can wear medium or heavy armor.
Return.
Okay, so he has all the standard armors, but he also has some special armors as well, which is what you might be interested in. He has 3 special items that will fit you.
Ooh. Stick.
Okay, so if you wanted any standard armor, he sells it for regular prices. So you can buy those as well. But he also has these 3 special sets of armors that will also fit a gnome.
Oh, excellent. Let me have it. Oh, they do look shiny indeed.
So I think no more can wear medium armor. I'm not sure about heavy armor.
Can wear heavy. No?
Wear heavy? Okay.
Used to carry giant boulders as a child.
Damn, Goku. So you can use the ring and chain and splint and plate then. If you're interested, the armor of resistance is basically it gives you resistance to an element, and you'll have to roll which element it gives you resistance to. And he says he has some special armor that keeps talking to him when he's trying to focus, but he'll only trade for it.
That is pretty fascinating, I must say. Now, could you tell me what the armor tells you? What does it say to you?
I mostly ignore it half the time. I mean, he keeps on rambling about, well, what do you talk about? He starts talking to the armor. The armor is just silent. And he says, I swear, this armor, it talks. It's just, I think it's nervous at the moment.
Interesting. I feel like this is a bad trade.
He says, the armor, it tells me about how to fight. Yes, how to be strong. And how to live. Battle-tested armor. Gives you tips and advice on how to fight. But, doesn't want to give them out right now. And he starts hitting the armor with his hand.
Does it stop screaming?
Just has no response.
No response. Do you touch it with your hand?
And he says, sure, I can touch it with my hand. And he touches the armor with his hand.
No response.
And when he touches the armor with his hand, the armor begins to speak in a soothing voice. And it says, clean me.
Good sir, I don't think I'm prepared for a relationship yet. I'm still a young gnome. Trading, you say? Do you truly believe that the armor itself is worth more than this dwarven plate I have on? What can it offer?
He says, yes, I do. This armor, it talks, but it does more than talk. It lives. You see? And if it lives, it doesn't want to die. Do you see?
Tempting. I already have a funny voice inside my head saying tick tock constantly. Now, if I wear this too, it'll be tick tock 10. A hard decision.
The armor says, whispers to you, or whispers around and says, with me, you need not fear death. You will live on. Forever.
As long as you can, I guess, swim, then it should be fine. Alrighty then.
Did you want to do an Arcana check or anything on the armor?
I need to know.
Do an Arcana check on the armor. If you have Identify, you can cast that as well.
Oh, nice.
If not, you got 19 plus 4. So with your 19 plus 4, with your 23, you've never heard of living armor before. And you can't get a gauge on the armor itself. You know it has life force. And it seems to have some weird... so you can tell what kind of magic permeates from the armor. And it seems to be from the school of necromancy. But you don't know the effects of the armor.
I have nothing to lose then. Fantastic. Sure. Oh wait, then it's gonna start sapping my life force constantly. Interesting. Okay. Oh wait, no, you can't give me a disease anyway. Okay. Sure, I will do you the trade. But had it have any negative effects, good sir, I may have to rob you. It is not a threat, it is just a statement. Simple as that. Do we have a deal?
Says, I can't guarantee this armor won't do anything unusual. But I can throw in, and he looks around. Here, have this, it's armor cleaner. You can take it for free. He gives you a weird sort of potion bottle filled with some green substance. And the armor says, ugh, I hate that stuff. You know what that's made of? Troll snot. How does that even clean armor?
It's not troll snot. The writing on here says WD-40.
WD? That just means that's where the troll comes from. WD-40.
Oh, wow.
And he says, and if you want, I can give you a hat for your frog as well.
Oh, even better. The deal we have. Let's shake on it.
And he says, sure, I'll shake with a living hand, not a dead one. And he puts his arm out.
Excellent.
So you give up your dwarven mail or dwarven plate for this living armor, a hat for a frog, and some armor cleaner.
Is there a leather worker here by any chance? Seriously, or somebody who makes shields?
Yeah, the blacksmith. It does everything. He does the leather and.
Can I have a look-see at his shop too then? Just see if he's got any special shields or delight? Just for Varessa?
Yeah, you sure can. You can come over and check him out. As you grab the armor no more, the armor says, ooh, yes. A great darkness in this one. Tasty. And it sounds like it's smacking its armor lips, quote unquote. And then it says to you, as you hold it, it says, would you like to know how to live? I am master of life and death.
Me? Life? Death? I am gnome. I am no more.
The armor says, put me on, and you shall live forever.
Kinky you are, but I shall agree.
So, you place the armor on, I'm assuming? You fit the armor onto yourself? So you fit the armor onto yourself, and as you put it on, you start to feel that the straps of the armor begin to tighten. And it feels like the armor begins to heat up your skin around you. It becomes extremely hot. And then you realize that it's not heat you're feeling. It feels like your skin is being ripped off. And it feels as if the armor has now fused into your skin.
Oh my.
It seems to be stuck on you. And you hear a great chuckle from the armor. And the armor says, ah yes, this one will do nicely. Put on the ring, boy. I know you have it.
Ooh, fantastic. The ring. What does the ring do?
He says, the ring extends your life by taking another's. But you can only use it if you're dark of heart.
Me? I have no heart. Only a rock.
Yes. But your frog does. That's why you need me.
Cribble.
I will unlock
must be
the
a
powers. Yes, I will unlock the powers of this ring. Just put the ring on.
Take a step aside. Funny looking elf. Have a spell ready.
We ungroup this.
Aim directly at my head.
Okay.
Varessa will just be busy shopping. She's gonna look at him, but not. But okay, actually, yeah, Varessa prepares a spell. Okay.
Directly at his head, I will kneel down so make sure you do not miss.
Varessa doesn't. She prepares a spell, but she doesn't reveal what spell she's just prepared. But she's got her hand pointed towards him.
Okay. Excellent. I will hop on the ring.
Alright, as you place on the ring, you feel it start to fuse with your finger. And then no other effect occurs. And the armor whispers to you, yes, yes. This is good. Very good. We should kill something. It whispers to you no more. We should kill something soon.
Oh, we will. Don't worry. We have plenty of fish.
No, we have to kill something strong, not something weak. Strong and magical. Something with magical ability. Very strong.
Tasty.
And you'll have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Holy.
Can I hear the armor, or is it just talking to him?
No, it's just whispering in his head now.
Okay.
Holy. So 14.
You pass. For some reason you had the insane urge to attack Varessa at the moment, but you pass it. Passes by. And the armor whispers to you no more and says, one day. And then its voice disappears and doesn't talk to you anymore.
Silly armor.
Okay, Varessa will remove the distill. Seeing that he hasn't done anything and he seems okay, she'll stop. She had dispel magic prepared on her hand to cast onto the armor, but she'll stop having that.
No more. The armor is effectively the same stats as mithril armor.
Oh, wait, is it like was it a magic thing that it was gonna do to me, or was it something else? Because I have advantage against magic.
So it was the effect was going to be magic.
Oh, okay, so I could have rolled twice effectively if
Yeah.
I failed the first.
So
Okay.
yeah, next time if it ever happens again, you can roll twice.
Well, easy. What a snooze thing. Anyways, Poggers. Mithril armor, you said?
Yeah, basically the same stats.
It just has better advantages for, like, I think stealth if you get the plate version or whatever. So can I see what leather armor and shields this guy has, if he has any special stuff?
Sure, you sure can.
Right, so
So he says, yeah, whichever plate you can use, basically. Whichever armor you can use.
I believe plate's the highest level anyway, so if you can use plate, that's...
It's just the disadvantages.
Mithril doesn't have any disadvantage on stealth or anything if you've got plate of it, basically.
Yeah, basically. So he has a few special shields. I'm guessing you don't care about their ordinary shields. So
No,
just-
she already has them.
Yeah.
And if there's any, like, special leather armor, because she has regular leather armor on, but it's just aesthetic right now.
Yep.
Oh, are some of these fully custom items? Are they? Oh, they must be old ones now. Yeah, I'll have to...
If you can't find them, they're custom. If you can, they're not custom.
I think some of them are old ones, that's why they're not popping up. I'll just search them on...
And Would the ring have a certain name?
Just call it.
No, custom for now.
Yeah, just a custom ring. It's a custom ring. Just call it ring. And then you wanted the armor, right? Here's some armor. Yeah, so he just has 3 of each.
Okay,
And there you go.
I can't see any of them, by the way.
Oh, I posted them on the chat. Can you not see them?
Oh, I can read them, but I don't know the stats or anything about them.
Okay, yeah. So they all give you 11 AC plus Dex modifier.
Okay,
And they have special things. So if you want me to like say more about it, just say which one, and I'll just explain. So the Aegis, it what does it have? Actually, I think I'll just post you there. Okay. So this is what the Aegis does. This is what the next shield does. This was a favorite one of mine I made. So the first paragraph is for the first shield. The next 2 paragraphs is for the second one, and then the last 4 are for the last one.
Damn, that's the other one's good, but I already can technically do the light thing, and
Holy.
And can you do the armor too then? Just so I can see that. I presume there's something special about them too.
Yeah. So this is the first one. Hopefully this comes through. Oh no, I think that's the second one actually.
The spider
no,
kiss.
that's the second one. Oh man.
That's okay.
Then this is the first one. Is that everything of the first one? Yeah, it is. And then the last one is this one. Wait, is that? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Interesting. Alright, so how much does I'll do the spider kiss leathers. That sounds very good to me.
Spider kiss leathers, yeah. He says it'll be 750 gold.
Alright, and for the shield, the one she's interested in is... I think she'll do she'll do the candle bearer's bulwark, even though she technically doesn't need the candle effect. The charm advantage against charmed or being frightened, very good. She'll ask about that price too.
Yeah, that one will be 500.
She'll ask. Okay, she will. I'm gonna try and barter. So I guess a D20 is what you require.
Yeah, you can roll a persuasion and then bargain. Say what you want. Just say what price you want and then roll.
Okay, she's going. So the current price is $12.50, I believe, if you add them both together.
Yeah.
She will say, "How about 1,000 for the girl who sold you that good quality armor?" And her roll was a 13.
He thinks about it for a moment and he says, "Yes, but this is also good quality armor. But I think I can lower the price a bit. 1,150 gold."
She'll go 1,100 and we have a deal.
And he says, "Well, because I feel sorry for this guy over here, 1,100's a deal."
Okay, I think I'll have to add custom items for this stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. She will thank him for his generosity while eyeing no more weirdly.
Oh wait, the one underneath the serpent skin armor, is that +1 shield? Is that like an actual shield or is that just armor?
That adds to your AC.
When a creature misses you with the melee. Oh, so that's actually like an armor. Okay. Does this fellow here sell shields?
Yeah, he does.
He listed all of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, the special ones.
So, and I want the one where it's when it misses you with the melee attack. Your reaction to unleash the ghostly echo smile.
Yeah, he can sell you that one for 1,000 gold.
Good sir.
Okay, so you said it's a +1
900.
shield, but it's got these extra stuff.
Yep.
I got the Serpent Guard shield. That is its name. Oh no, I got the candle one, didn't I? What am I saying?
Yeah. He says 1,000 gold. It's a good price for such a unique shield.
I almost died putting this armor on, good sir. Can you?
Apparently, according to the armor, you'll never die now.
You do have a point. 1,000 it is. Oh wait, but it only
And
gives
he gives
+1
you
to
the
it.
shield. So I guess just put a regular shield, like a regular +1 shield, just equip that and just make it a custom item.
Yeah. I think it always gives +2 for me. I don't have to.
No, it's like a +1 shield, so it'll be +3, I think.
+3. Holy, that's crazy.
And then the leather armor's a +1, you said? So I'll do a... Right?
Yes, sir.
There. Has it got the nice on it?
I have a question for this elf lady.
Alright, you can ask away while I be past us.
Alrighty, elf lady. I have a pair of earrings here. They seem to be very amusing. They react when I go near them. Are you able to identify what they are?
Vrasel said she doesn't have the identify spell.
Never
Hey,
mind.
can I do a Can I do a roll to try and identify them for him? Like Arcana check or something?
Yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
Alrighty.
There's some funny earrings that I got up on the ship.
Oh, jeez. Varessa does not looks at it and goes, "I don't know what that is."
It's okay.
If you saw the roll, you'd understand.
Man, maybe I should roll. I haven't actually rolled for it. I just thought the magic user would be able to identify.
She does not have identity. So. Some news.
Oh wow. Holy wait, my class might actually be the strongest right now. Unreal.
Right, I guess I'll go back to the ship then, since I bought my.
Then the question for this man right here again.
He eyes towards you and says, "What would you like?"
Do you think the weasel outsiders will be able to identify these pair of earrings?
He says, "Sure, you can talk to him. Or maybe we can give him some food."
Fascinating. I will take you up on your offer. Do you have any food?
He says, "Oh, I have some moldy bread in that bin over there." Points at the bin
scrumptious.
in the corner. We give you some moldy bread.
Thank you. I hop outside. Oh, cute little thing.
You hear a little
Who
squeak.
are you? Cribble, Cribble. Could you please ask it what these earrings do?
The cribble begins croaking at the little weasel. The weasel gets up on its hind legs and begins making some weird gestures with its front paws while making some squeaking sounds back. Cribble and the weasel have a conversation for maybe around 2 minutes. And then the weasel looks over towards the earrings and then begins squeaking again. And then Quibble croaks finally.
Okay,
And then
Cribble.
conversation ends.
Excellent, Cribble. Thank you for speaking with that furry. Now, blink once if yes, blink twice if no. If I need to put the earrings on, which ear should I pick? To pick left or right, lick each one. I the earrings.
It blinks with its both of its eyes.
I consider that's a 1. Yes, put earring on. Blink once if yes, blink twice if no.
It blinks once.
Okay, I'm putting the earrings on.
Okay. So you place the earrings on, and as you put the earrings on, you start to feel some magic rushing through you, coming straight from the earrings.
Oh wow!
And your feet begin to feel lighter.
for the first time. It's not the head down below that's tingling. What shall
Quibble begins to lick the earrings. And upon him licking the earrings, you begin to understand what the earrings are. He has identified the earrings for you. And the earrings are these earrings. So these earrings, you can call them, earrings of Wayfarer.
Excellent.
You can even put on the compass emoji I have, if you want.
Wow, which direction's ever north without getting lost? Amazing.
Smile?
Holy. For instant transmission. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you, Cribble. I shall feed you. Feed you a spider later. Maybe a few fruit flies from the Philippines.
The weasel begins to nestle into itself and go to sleep.
Weasel, would you like a fish?
The weasel gets up
For your knowledge.
and chirps.
Okay. Here, have a fish. Some moldy bread as well.
The weasel happily munches on the fish and the moldy bread.
Thank you.
And then it begins to chirp and basically it flicks its ear towards this direction, underneath this tree.
What could that be? That is not north.
So you check under the tree, you check behind the tree, and you notice that there's something behind the tree. It's a body. And the body is covered completely in bite and scratch marks from a small rodent animal. And it's dead.
Oh. So
You recognize this goblin.
I thought it was just my underwear. Can I loot him?
You can loot him.
I want his J's.
Alright. Make a d4 roll for me.
I'm gonna nat one, baby.
Nat 1, huh? Nat 1. Well, so nat 1. Really? Nat 1? Oh yeah. Okay. You find a satchel filled with bombs.
Wow.
One of the bombs has a skull on it. You presume that's like a poison bomb. Another one has a smoke symbol on it. You assume it's a smoke one. And what else? Oh yeah, one of them has like the symbol of the sun on it. So you're not really sure what that one does. But you have 3 bombs you found. So it's like a smoke bomb, a poison bomb, and like a sun bomb. Ooh, what's a sun bomb?
Holy. Final flash.
Final flash. Bazinga. Oh, is that a raid? No way.
Okay, excellent.
Well, thanks for the raid, man.
Bombs.
I appreciate that, man. We're just in the middle of a Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign. And right now we're on like a little bit of an island in the middle of one of the sea voyages. So, yeah, if you like D&D roleplay, some goofy stuff,
do Moya's part.
then welcome to the stream. And thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate that.
I think I'm finished.
Okay. Is everyone finished here? Ooh.
I'll be.
You don't want to dissect the goblin?
Dissect the goblin? Oh my god! I almost forgot. Wow! Oh my goodness! Can I take his leg?
He can take his legs. And you've taken his dignity too, so there's nothing else left to give.
I'll need the third leg. Okay.
Alright. Okay. So, you notice Tori and Getz have walked by, and they seem to be returning back to the ship. These two seem to be returning back to the ship. They seem to be done with whatever business they had with each other. And Varessa, you also see Olga and the two dwarves come back with their barrels of beer. They seem to be quite happy. And the dwarves say, "Ah, yes, we're ready for another voyage." So they seem to be happy now.
Okay. The rest will tell them to prepare to set sail then.
Okay.
And she'll look at Getz and Tori standing a bit closer than usual, but not come in.
They both seem to be smiling. Okay. No more. Is there anything else you'd like? Besides legs, arms, eyes, ears? This little ferret seems to be interested in this body. But if there's nothing else, then we shall move on and set sail. Okay, whoa, what was that? Okay.
Oh, my head! Where'd it go?
You lost your head. Okay.
Okay.
All good? Alright.
Oh, did you get raided?
Yes, sir. Okay. So the party docks out from Fishy Rock and sets sail back to Saltmarsh. Okay. On the bearded deck. This is my favorite part. The part where I can change the music. I love it. I think this was the music I used from before. Hopefully it loads. Okay, so a few days have passed as you've sailed from Fishy Rock, and in particular, you notice that Silence has approached you, Varessa, and she seems to want to say something to you.
I believe, yeah, Varessa will start communicating in sign language. Then,
yeah, okay. Cool. Silence basically asks you if you found a use for that black box that you found on the ship wreckage from before.
Can you just explain it has some kind of weed in it or something? the bone box, right? Or the black book?
Yeah.
Yeah. she's not really sure, but I think I should have attuned to the Elvish pipe by now, right? The black.
Yes, you
Elvish
have.
pipe.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I should know what that does now.
Yeah. So you believe that the Elvish pipe allows you to basically, when you smoke some material or some dried leaves or some other tobacco, you're able to pull out special magical effects from whatever you smoke, basically. If there were any hidden magical effects. It works with alchemical ingredients, man.
Okay, I guess Marissa will have tested it on some of the weed inside the bone box.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
She'll test it.
Yeah. So you take some of the dried ingredients from the box, and then you place it inside of the pipe, and you begin to smoke it. And as you smoke from the pipe, as you light up the ingredient and you smoke it from the pipe, a big purple plume comes out from the smoke in the shape of an eye, and it begins to basically wash over the whole party in a miasma of purple. And everyone will have to make a wisdom saving.
Oh, maybe. Alrighty. Wisdom saving throw, alright.
Yes, sir. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, is this... Okay. That is a... 10. 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just do the other 4.
Is this poison or anything related to that?
It's magical.
Is it a charm by any chance?
It's classified as a sleep.
Oh, is it magical sleep? But it won't affect Vanessa then, she's immune.
Oh, I see.
And she's immune to magic.
Okay, yeah, sure. Then you're awake and everyone else is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just got... I'll just be the high one by myself then.
Yep. No more. I think... What roll did you get? You got for your sleep, magical sleep roll.
Oh wait, which one was that? Which dice did I have to roll again?
So just roll a wisdom.
Oh.
So you can just roll a d20 and then add your wisdom modifier.
10.
Okay, so you're asleep as well.
Okay.
Okay. So let me know if you guys see anything. Because you guys everyone who's passed out has a collective dream at the moment. So I think Versa, you can control, maybe you can control Glave or Tori at the moment.
Okay, let me see if I cannot see anything currently.
Can't see, that's good. Okay. Gotta add some vision. What about now?
Okay, I don't see anything.
Okay.
All I can see is just all smoke. Is there a particular bit I should be able to see at?
It should be on the bottom left. Give me a quick second. How about now? I think you should be able to see it now. Yep. Okay.
Right there. Right.
Excellent.
Oh, wait, I can see there. I can't see anywhere else.
I think that's all we're supposed to see.
Is this what we're supposed to see? Yep.
Just up there. So I'll just have... Okay. Let's get that, and then... Vision. There we go. Okay, so no more, and we'll just say Rufus, and then I can play Cloudy. You guys, you wake up in these bodies that don't seem your own. And you seem to be wearing these robes at the moment. So this is you no more, and then this is you.
Okay, that's Rufus on the right.
Yep. And you notice there's something strange about your vision. As you wake up, your vision, it seems to be impeded by these weird black eyes. Some weird effect of the magic. As if something is watching you the whole time. As you wake up, it seems to be a stone dark room, and you're on some thin sheet of linen. Thin sheet of linen.
Okay. Rufus will wake up and say, "That was some bad weed." With secondhand weed smoke. And you look around the room, I guess.
There we go, that's good enough. Yep. And as you get up, someone comes from the end of the room. I can probably make this a bit brighter. Comes into the room. There we go, that's perfect. And they say, "It's time," in a monotone voice, and then they walk away. And a group of the other hooded figures begins to walk out of the room.
Is that including these guys, or just the ones in the fancy robe? Okay, I guess
These guys as well.
Rufus will, not knowing what's going on, will just follow them.
As you walk by, there's a mirror at the end of the room. As you walk by, you hear a voice coming out of the mirror.
Okay, Rufus will stop to look in the mirror. He'll knock on the mirror and say hello.
As you knock on the mirror and say hello, you hear a voice saying, is this on? Can you hear me?
Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Rufus will say, "Is what on?" And he'll start looking for a switch on the mirror.
And as Rufus starts to move around and touch the mirror, you see in the reflection a familiar face in the reflection. This was the elf of the store from before. Marissa has told you about this elf before you passed out. So you're familiar with her.
Okay, Rufus will say, "You're the blind weed smoker."
She says, "Yes, that's me, that's me. I'm here to help you," she says. "I'm sure you're a bit disoriented at the moment. Right now, you're in the body of someone else."
Okay, Rufus will reach between his legs to feel what's there.
Something is definitely different. You are not used to this feeling between your legs. It's definitely different.
Rufus will complain why it's so small now.
The elf in the mirror rolls her eyes and she says, "Now's not the time. You see, this pipe allows you to access hidden magical properties in alchemical ingredients. And now you're in the bodies of someone else. These bodies must be linked somehow to the ingredients." She says, "But there's a catch to this magic," she says. She says, "You can't do anything outside of what the bodies would normally do. It'll cause the magic to destabilize, to desync, and you'll return back to your original body. Do you understand?"
Rufus starts testing it by doing the splits to see if it will. If
So
the board
as
is
you
used
begin to
it.
do the splits, you start to feel as if you're about to pass out. You start to feel as if you're losing consciousness. Your head goes a little hazy. Your vision goes hazy and your head goes funny.
Rufus quickly grabs onto the mirror to stop himself going fully down.
And as you do that, you return back to normal. And you feel as if you have full control over your body.
I guess Rufus will ask if there's anything else they should pay attention to. We get a bit more serious after nearly.
Yeah. She says, "Your purpose here is just to watch and learn." She says, "This is a part of your destiny. Make sure not to interrupt what must not be interrupted."
And Rufus.
She looks around and she says, "I was really hoping my sister elf would be here, but I guess us elves are made of tougher stuff." And she says, "Is there anything else I can help you with? From here, the connection is a bit hazy."
Rufus will look at the other two and see if they have any questions. He'll just
Glauve just shakes his head. And he says to the elf, he says, "What is your name? I don't think we've met before." And she says, "My name is Vedra." And then he says, "Okay." and then he walks back to join Rufus.
Yeah, there's just no more. Can ask a question that if you want.
Yep. So if you want to ask a question no more, go right ahead.
How do I become one with the mirror?
Vedra says, "This is a magical mirror. It allows communication between two entities connected through the Fey magic. You can't become the mirror. You can only talk through it."
And how do I find you?
She says, "Well, I will find you," she says. "Through destiny, our paths will entwine once more."
Fascinating. Anyways.
Okay, and after the party has asked all their questions, Vedra's image begins to fade away. And she says, "Now remember, don't interrupt." And then disappears. Okay. Alright, the member over here says, "What are you doing?" The hooded figure over here says, "What are you doing? You guys are late. Come on. You guys have a special task. Do you remember what your special task is?"
Sorry, boss, I forgot.
Says, "Oh, rookies. How did we ever let you in?" The authority figure, he says, "Well, your task is to guide the sacrifices to the ritual chamber. I'm sure you can do that. Make sure none of them run away. Last time, 3 of them ran away. You understand?"
Yes, boss, but I don't know I forgot where the sacrificial chamber is.
He says, "Oh, I might as well do your job for you." And he points his stick down this hole to the right. He says, "Just keep going down. Your first
boss.
right will be the ritual chamber, but at the end of the hall will be where the sacrifices are kept. Now I'm watching you, so no snacking on the way."
No worries, boss. I know my left from my right, and he'll start walking this way.
He says, no, not that way. Don't go there. Over here. Down this hole.
You said right, boss. Right. I went to the right.
He says, behind me. Go behind me.
Okay, you go stand behind him.
Can you go first?
He says, alright, follow me, you dimwits.
Okay, I'm following.
Down. Okay. And yet, you notice that there are more eyes around. But yep, so he walks further down. And at the end of the hall, over here, he says, this is where our sacrifice is kept.
Okay, but where's the chamber we're supposed to sacrifice him in, boss?
He says, I'll lead you there after. Right here. These are your sacrifices. And he lights up a torch. Hopefully it's a bright torch. Yes. A brightish torch. Yeah, there you go. And he says, these are your sacrifices. And he points to a bunch of foxes locked in a cell.
Rufus will ask the foxes or the humans, pointing at the next cell over.
Yeah. The figure says both. This one over here, this child, will be our main sacrifice, you see. And these foxes will be more of offerings to our god.
The spiders?
The spiders? Well, the spiders are for our sacrifice to gain an affinity with Leith. You do remember what this ritual is for, right? And your heads begin to go a little funny, hazy.
Considering I forgot where the chamber was, do you think I remember that? All along.
Okay. The figure replies, we're doing a summoning ritual. We're trying to summon Lolith into our plane. We need a sacrifice, which will be this little girl over here, and offerings, which will be these foxes over here. All you dimwits have to do is bring the offerings down. I will lead the sacrifice down. And he walks over and he says, little girl, this will be your last day alive. And he begins to get his keys out and unlocks the fox cage. So the other three of you can go inside. The foxes are quite docile.
Hey, boss, there's 5 foxes. There's only 3 of us. What are we supposed to do?
Use 2 hands, you idiot!
Can you pick one up, sir?
Oh, okay.
He says,
I'll grab one of the foxes by the head and the other one by the tail.
Can I close the door to this guy?
You can close the door, but as you begin to close the door, your head begins to feel funny.
Oh no.
Glave helps you with the other foxes. Rufus, he helps pick them up for you. And he has 2 foxes, 1 on each hand.
Okay, Rufus will grab 2. He'll initially grab one by the tail. When it yelps, he'll put it back down, and then he'll grab it by the head, and he'll still yak. And then he'll tuck it under his arm afterwards, between its legs. And he'll do the same to the other one.
Okay.
He'll say, hey boss, there's still one in there, what do we do?
He points over to you no more, and he says, you, grab some more of the foxes.
More?
Yes, there's 3 there.
But I only have 2
Oh,
arms.
Rufus has 2 of them, but I couldn't click them.
Okay. Easy.
Kitty. Come with me.
The fox is docile and it doesn't respond to any of your calls or to your presence at all, in fact. You should be able to drag it along right now. You too, Rufus. So your supervisor, he says to the rest of you, he says, "All right, let's go. They're waiting on us for the ritual to begin." He begins to grab the little girl by her hand and pull her down. She is not responsive at all. She just looks straight down and mutters to herself. Okay. And
I'll say, boss, can I keep one of the foxes? They're quite fluffy.
he ignores your comment and he turns to make sure that the rest of you are following. And once he sees the rest of you are following, he opens this large stone door into a room and disappears into it.
I can't go with the forward. Okay, there we go. I have to do the foxes separate for some reason.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, that's...
So I can probably make this room a little brighter. Let's fix this. Can you get your character through no more?
Nope.
No?
I'll do it one at a time. And
Yes, I can.
oh, he can't do anything about that one.
It's okay, I got this. There we go.
He'll walk.
Alright,
he'll
and you
just
see-
put the foxes in the middle.
Yeah.
And then he'll walk away.
Okay, easy peasy.
Put the sacrifice in the middle, boss.
Hopefully this fixes the light. Oh, does it?
It doesn't know.
What about now? There we go.
We can.
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So as you enter the room, a faint purple glow comes by. And your supervisor tells you to place the foxes in the middle, which Rufus has already done. And Glauve follows suit and places his foxes in the middle. You notice in the room that there is someone familiar, Solomon, standing on this ledge, this podium over here.
Hey, what do we do now, boss?
And then he says, "Shh, quiet! The ritual is about to begin." And you hear Solomon begin to speak, and he says, "Today will be a great test for the forbidden ritual. We will see if we can summon the great Darzidon into this plane of existence. We have waited many a millennia to do this as fellow worshippers. But today we will test the spell with a lesser god, a smaller being known as Lilith, the Spider Queen of Drowse. We will see if we can bring her essence into the world. I trust that you are willing to sacrifice your lives for this endeavor," he says. "We have waited for this moment."
Rufus will ask, wait, What was the first one? Vardusk. You'll say, who's Vardusk again?
The supervisor guides the little girl into the middle of the ritual circle, and after that he walks back and he says, I told you to be quiet. Shush! If you speak, you could interrupt the magics. And Saltmarsh continues. He begins chanting something in some sort of demonic language that no one in the party understands. And as he begins chanting, let's see, the airs begin to change, and it begins to feel like I can't select what I want to select. Oh yeah, I can. Begins to change, and the foxes in the middle begin to jump up and run into the 5 corners of the pentagram. And as they run into the 5 corners, they begin to lay there and howl. And as they howl, they begin to ignite in a black fire, and they begin to scream. So hopefully you can see black fire. And the chanting begins from your surrounding cultist members. You presume this is the cultist group that was told to Glave basically, and Glave told to you guys in Saltmarsh. It's actually a little bit loud. And the air becomes very, very cold. Very cold. And the little girl, she begins to sob and weep. And you see a black spirit loom over her. And the black spirit goes inside of her. And her body begins to dysmorph. And it begins to grow. And it begins to disfigure into what can only be described as this spider monstrosity. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. This spider monstrosity comes out. Now, let's see. None of you two, actually no more, you would know this. No more, you know that Lilith is a deity, a lesser deity for the Drow, for the Dark Elves. And she's the Spider Queen, and she takes the form of basically a half spider, half woman. So you think that this figure, whatever it is, it matches the descriptions of Lilith quite accurately. And as she begins to arise from her new form, she begins to look around and say, "Where's my sacrifices?" And Saltmarsh comes up and he says, "The foxes, they were the sacrifices, were they not?" And then she turns to Saltmarsh and she says, "No, I require human sacrifices." And then she turns towards one of the cultists, over here, down here, and bites his head off. You notice that there are also spider webs they have basically spawned in due to her presence around. And as she bites the head off of the cultist, it's just his body just goes limp and he falls to the ground. And she says, "Yes, that did quite nicely, but I require more." And she begins biting the head off the next cultist.
Rufus will sling back behind this guy with the vinegar and go, "Hey boss, what are we supposed to do now?"
He says, "We will give our life with Azidon, if he requires it.
Don't we have those Humies in the other cell we could give her? Back over there? Should I go grab some?
He says, actually, that's a good idea. Grab some. And he points outside. He says, grab some.
Okay, he'll...
Oh, guys, take a left.
Salmore begins to sneak out as well. And he looks at you three and he says, what are you doing?
Wait,
He says,
we're going to get the humans from the cell.
oh, that's a great idea. The humans are to the right. I'm sure you know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yes,
I'll
boss.
go this way
just...
and make sure nothing bad happens.
Oh, I'm just dyslexic, boss. Yeah, I'll try and follow Solomon.
He says, the other way, where you got the foxes from?
Oh, we got the foxes from the bedroom back this way.
He says, aha, funny joke. But no, the Humies and the foxes are kept in the prison cells over here. He points over
yeah,
there.
no. Oh, we better...
Can you lead the way?
He says, I'll get one of my henchmen to help you. And he calls out to one of the Sahagin who's been following. He says, here. Help these guys find where the prisoners are. And he walks up and he makes a sort of a weird sound towards you three. And he says, Solomon says, he should be able to help you. He's not very smart, but he knows his way around. And then Solomon walks by, and the Sahagin stares at you three with its beady fish eyes and walks backwards while staring at you. Okay. And then it taps its trident on the prison cell over here.
Is it like a lizard, too? Go point at the lizard.
You see a lizard on a torture rack. It's been eaten alive by some rats.
Oh. Yes, yeah, he goes inside the cell, does he?
Yeah, he goes inside the cell. And he begins poking the children out with his trident.
We close the cell.
Oh. We'll just watch, going, not just stand there and watch.
Okay, the Sahagin just stands here and looks at you three and points his trident towards the ritual room.
Oh,
He seems to want you to go back into.
No speak fish. No speak fish.
The Sahagin stamps its feet and then points its trident at the children and then at the ritual room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll take them there. We'll watch the other ones. Gotcha.
The Sahagin, in a fit of rage, shoots its trident straight through one of the children, and it dies immediately.
How's the
And
spider?
then pulls it out. And then it points the trident at you.
Okay. But what if it doesn't want a dead body and Rufus will pick up the dead kid and start carrying it?
I'll get rid of it.
Okay.
He'll walk with the dead kid and then he'll just throw it in the room.
Yeah. Okay. As you walk into the room, your supervisor says, Come here, stand by me.
I can't see in the room anymore. Right, did I grab the wrong token? Oh, that's...
I think that all the tokens should have vision.
see the room now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this we can see when this one was in.
Okay. Awesome. So one of the kids is dead, and one of the kids isn't dead, and
I just took the
Lilith
dead
has just
one.
been. Yeah, and Lilith has just been going around eating the cultist members, and she turns around and she looks at the child, and the live child, and she says, "Come here, little one. I won't hurt you." And the little boy is very scared. He doesn't move at all.
I'll go over to the fishy and say, "Hey, I need to borrow your spear," and I'll take his spear off him. Then
He gives you a spear.
I'll come over here and I'll poke the kid with it. Poke him with not the sharp end, the other end, just push him.
Yeah.
Keep pushing him with it till he's over there.
Yeah. So you keep pushing him. And he goes into the middle of the summoning circle. Your supervisor, he begins to recede back into the ends of the walls, back to where the webs are, and so do the other live cultist members. Begin to recede back here.
I'll recede back to the door.
Yep, so you recede back to the door. And you begin to hear the sounds of whimpering coming from the child. And you see that the aspect of Lilith, she begins to caress the child's cheek and then place her finger on the child's forehead, and he begins to fall asleep and passes out on the ground. The aspect, she says, it feels good to be in the mortal realm again. She says, but all of you will have to die, she says. And she shoots a spring of web into the entrance of the room. And it seems that the party is now locked from exiting the room.
Except for the person who didn't come. Can I... Oh, right. Oh, he did come. Can I use, now that I have a spear, can I hit the webs with the spear and try and cut through the webs?
Yeah. You try and cut through the webs with your spear, but the webs seem to be made of some strange material that's as strong as titanium. And your spear gets stuck as well. The aspect of Lilith begins feasting on this child and begins to shoot her spider leg through one of the cultists and greedily pulls him down and eats him as well.
Oh.
It seems that Saltmarsh is nowhere to be seen.
It
seems that he has run off.
Okay. Hey, Boss Lilith, if you want, I can get you some more kids. If you want, but if you just let me go.
She says, no, these will do fine. She says, that last kid, he was spoiled rotten. He didn't taste very good at all.
Ooh, but what if I get you 3 kids for me, plus I can bring some spiders and rats as a side plate.
She says, spiders and rats. I would never eat a spider.
Oh, I
as
bet
the spider queen.
I bet bring the spider so you can have some company.
She says, I will have company. All of these bodies will breed spiders for me soon.
Oh, I see. Do you want me to get 4 bodies to replace me then? 4 is better than 1, isn't it? If you let me go, I can get you that.
She says, "You talk a lot. Come here. I want to talk to you face to face."
Okay, I
And
guess.
she throws the other bodies out to the side, to the webs, and they stick to the webs.
I've always been told I talk. Oops. How does anyone walk out? I've always been told I talk a lot, but I don't really have a lot going on for me, so I just learn to talk to fill the silence of hunger.
He says, "Yes, hunger. That's good. That's good." And she begins, and what happens to her is there seems to be a black smoke pluming out from her. And I'll need you to make a D20 roll for me, Rufus.
Okay. That is an 11.
Alright, you have been bewitched by her. Now follow her commands. Yes. I wonder if you can see the smoke.
We can see the black
What about now?
smoke. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can
yes,
see
there
that.
we go. There we go.
Alright, I'm bewitched, I guess.
Alright, so you begin to walk slowly towards the aspect of Lilith as she beckons you to come towards her. Are you kidding me? And then the light turns off. The light completely turns off even though it's in the light layer. Okay, now it's back on. Okay. And she begins to put her arm out and place it on your forehead. And then her claws in her hand begin to sink into your forehead slowly. And you feel a great amount of pain come out. No More and Glave are too scared to act at the moment, unless No More you want to do something at the moment.
Yes, my queen.
You come over and she says, "Ah, yes, another spider following. You'll make a great one," she says. And before she sinks her fingers into Rufus's head, you hear a sound come from the end of the hall. And the sound is familiar to Glave. It's the sound of... Wait, do I have the sound? Actually, don't know if it's playing.
I hear music playing. Changed.
Music?
Here's some
Okay,
kind of
yes.
holy background music.
Okay, you hear Valera come from the end of the hallway, and she says, "What's happening here? By the grace of Lyra, these are where the cultists are." And she begins to hammer through the webs with her holy magic. A bright beam comes out and basically eradicates the webs completely. And as she stands inside of the summoning circle, she begins to, she begins to glow a holy light. And she says, "Come, my followers, we will cleanse the darkness in this room." And as the light begins to emanate from her, the walls around begin to crack a little bit. The surrounding walls begin to crack a little bit. You're not sure why, but they begin to crack. And after the rest of her followers begin to come through, and a fight begins to emerge. Your supervisor, he says, "We must fight for Lilith. We cannot let the good doer win," he says. "Do you understand?" And more paladins come rushing in.
Okay, am I still charmed then when the light hits? That's rude.
No, you are no longer charmed.
Okay, I'll do a nice roll and hook the kid's body backwards as I roll over it.
Yeah. And Valera walks up and she says, "Foul beast, you are a doer, an agent of chaos. I will slay you here, Valera, for all that is good." And her sword begins to glow, a holy glow, and she begins to step and make a mighty swing onto the aspect of Lolith. And before the swing connects, you notice that you begin to wake up back in your original bodies.
Right, so
And as you wake up in your original bodies, you hear someone yelling at you. It's the dwarves and the ship. They're yelling, they're saying, "Pirate ship! Pirate ship! Captain! Captain, what will we do?" They're looking at you, Valera.
Vressa, yeah.
Vressa
Vressa didn't fall asleep, so she's just smoking the pipe the whole time.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so she'll have heard it straight away, right? It's coming from this side, right?
Yeah, from the right. Hopefully you can see now.
Did we have time for a long rest, by the way, for this first section?
Yes, you had a long rest. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm just doing that
Definitely
because
time for a long rest.
Thank you. So that'll give Vressa the time and stuff. Oh, yep. Alright, Vressa, on seeing the pirate ship approaching, well,
There we
she'll
go.
do
Perfect.
she'll do the open. Where is it? Oh, I'll ignore this.
It's the other side. It's the
You
other
go
side.
over
Give me a
here.
second.
This-
There we go.
Alright, let me just... Can Vressa open with a salvo, by the way? As she sees it approaching, can she just launch a...
Well, yeah, you can if you want.
Okay, she's gonna launch a fireball there, basically.
Okay.
He'll hit those ones.
Alright, so if you're gonna open up with an attack, then I'm gonna need you guys to roll for initiative.
He's gonna fireball straight onto the middle of their ship after seeing the pirates. That'll be her opening salvo.
All good.
Okay, so initiative for Ruth and Vressa. Oh damn, we got a nat 20 for one of them.
Nat 20? Okay, you go first.
For Vressa. So that means she gets 2 in a row. That's gonna be fun. She got the opening salve on the
Yeah, technically, yeah.
And Rufus's, it will be 10. Let's wait for the initiative. Oh.
Okay. And then I'll roll for Glaude. And silence as well. Oh, this is on the wrong layer. That's better, I think. Yeah. Okay, so 15 and 5. I'll open up the things.
Oh, oops. I didn't
Oh,
quite good at it twice.
Oh my goodness, yikes.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll basically hit them all with the fireball, so they'll all have to do the dex saving throw as well.
Oh, good.
I've got to do 8d6 fire damage.
Okay.
That is...
No more. You start to hear the armor say, yes, kill, kill, and feast after.
Feast first, eat after. I got it.
No, eat, whatever. Gives up.
Wait, I have to attune to the earrings, right?
You're tuned on the way. Like a few days
Okay.
pass, so you're tuned. The earrings. Okay, Versa, I have to make a dex saving throw for these 8 guys.
Yep.
Alright. So how many pass?
3 of them pass, so 3 of them will take 16 fire damage, the rest will take 32 fire damage.
Okay.
Plus if there's anything flammable there, it just got exploded into fire. So,
Yeah.
so basically like the whole deck should be on fire probably.
So 3 of them take 32? Wait.
3 of them pass, so 3 of them take 16.
I see.
The rest take 32. And basically,
Okay.
like, this rowboat, all of this stuff will be on fire, basically.
Gotcha, gotcha. So this guy is... All of these bosons are dead.
Captain, look! Look!
And then this guy is 10. Okay. And it's also your turn, Versa, so you can go as well now.
She just exploded all over.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And the robot's on fire.
Connor, do you want the deck to be on fire?
The robot's on fire. The deck won't be on fire.
Oops.
Wait, why is this still
After doing that massive fireball, and he will... She'll cast onto... I gotta take it that's the captain, right?
yeah.
Take out
The big hat?
Yeah, she'll assume
Definitely
that's the captain, so she will pass. She'll cast Ray of Sickness.
Okay, good stuff.
And... Oh damn, does a 12 hit?
Yes. No, 12 doesn't hit. Does not hit.
Okay, 12 does not hit. As she missed you, fires a Ray of Sickness and it shoots right past them.
Okay.
And she will the bonus action. Check something. For now, she. Then what she'll do, she'll move to the edge of the ship here, next to the cannon, and she'll cast a bonus action for Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
Don't believe she can upcast. No. She only do it on level. So she'll cast that onto her little dragon friend, who will do. Oh, the cone. So the cone is. He'll fire it. Ooh. Yeah, okay, so it'll only hit the cap. So the captain will need to do a D. Is it again? Dex saving throw again. This is fire damage again, rather. Okay.
Okay.
It'll take 12 fire damage. Then
12 fire damage. Okay. The captain says, "Ye ship will be mine soon."
alright, Bresser will just say Crew's already half dead. They just laugh and point at the three who are half dead and the rest who are.
The captain grits his teeth and spits at you.
The spit doesn't reach me. I'm too far away.
No, it doesn't. Its little hands basically around here.
Just Beams will just laughingly spit the fire again at him. You know, just as a taunt. Shoot the fire just past over his head to show him that he could do, that's how you do it. End the turn.
Okay. Alright. Now it is one of the deck wizards' turns. And he does a spell. He casts Melf's Acid Arrow, which is an old spell. I have to make sure. I don't even think it's on Beyond.
Yeah, it's probably in the old.
It's called Acid Arrow. I think it's probably the same thing.
I should be there, yeah. I can see Melf's Acid Arrow, Melf's minute.
Okay, so ranged spell attack. Okay. He casts it on you, Veressa, to protect his captain. He gets a 22 to hit.
Okay, give me a second. I can finally use this. Where is it? I'll do a reaction. I'm going to do. I believe so. He got a 22, right? Okay.
Yeah, 22.
All right. Veressa absorbs the spell when it fires at her with the staff.
The deck wizard looks surprised, and he says to himself, I casted it, Captain. I don't know what happened. What item in particular did you use to absorb it again?
Oh, it's the grandfather's staff, the spell absorption effect. Yeah. Because it doesn't have but basically I just have to roll like I'm trying to hit the spell, so I got a 16 plus 10, so it'd be 26. So I beat his thing and I hit it. So basically I caught the spell, and then because the thing can't hold it, the magic just dissipates out of the staff instantly.
Okay.
There's basically only single target on the rest so that she can do that.
Yeah. Okay. The deck wizard walks back a little bit up to here and eyes you cautiously, Veressa. And then the other deck wizard, trying to learn from his friend, casts a spell against you. No more. acid arrow once more. And he gets a 9, which misses. And he curses to himself. Ah, blathering fool! Should have aimed below, not above. He's short. This other pirate walks up and he says, I'll be the one to hit these guys. He pulls out his crossbow from his back and he shoots at Glauve. And gets a 12 to hit, which is greater than his AC. And Glauve gets pierced by a crossbow bolt and takes this much damage. 7 piercing damage. And now it is Glauve's turn. I can control Glauve. Glauve casts Guiding Bolt onto the captain. I can just click it here, right? Maybe. Maybe I can't. Oh, I can.
Oh, you click the damage, not the hit, I think.
So 13, 15. Okay, so 15 hit, and he takes 13 damage. So the pirate captain takes 13 damage with the guiding bolt.
I just double check that spell absorptions are reactions. I think I can only do it once a turn. Thing, you know.
Ah, I see.
I was just reading. I thought I had to roll against it, like I was trying to hit the spell, but did not need to do that.
Okay, it is Rufus's turn. If you want to control him more.
Yep. Oh, he has Whisper Fang, but I don't know how that works, even though he's attuned to it. But
yeah, I can view the information. I think I can.
I presume it's just a melee weapon. Usually throws daggers, so I was just wondering if it had a special effect or not. If it doesn't have one that's useful, they'll probably just use his crossbow.
It does extra poison damage, 1d4 extra poison damage. And it silences the target it hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's the extra effect it has.
Okay, yeah, he'll use his crossbow then, which is to hit the captain, I guess. A little target. There's a 16 hit.
A 16 hits.
Alright, I think because he's not near any of our team, he can't do sneak attack. No. He does have other effects. Okay, yeah, as a bonus action, you know, I didn't need to do that, but he'll do something else after. So I'll do the bonus action. He can do take the magic action. Oh no, that's. Yep, sorry, never mind. What he'll do is he'll do his feet thing on this guy. He'll do expose weakness too. But first he'll just do his crossbow damage, which is serious. 4 piercing damage with the crossbow.
Okay.
And then he'll do his. Oh, yeah. Okay, that does not beat his AC, so he doesn't see a weak. I don't think a 9 beats that.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so he'll just end his turn then.
Alright, now it is Tori's turn. Tori can't really do much.
I think she sold the bow.
Yeah, so Tori gives no more. She gives you a helping hand, and gives the rest of you a helping hand as well, because he can't do anything. Okay, the pirate captain makes an attack with his blunderbuss. He makes a double attack with his blunderbuss. And he shoots twice at Getz. Okay, that's good. And he gets a... He hits twice. It's a 19 and a 23 on Getz. And he does... this much piercing damage. 26 piercing damage. Getz. Okay. No more, it is your turn. And you have advantage on your attack roll.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I can't really do anything anyway. Anywho, can I jump aboard to the other side?
The ship is quite a bit higher. So if you were to jump,
damn.
you'd have to use boots or something.
No, I don't have boots attuned then, because I'm using other stuff. Well, I guess.
But did you unattune to your winged boots?
Well, I can only attune to a few things here, unfortunately. The ring's an exception, or the earring's an exception, but not the wing boots, because I still have them attached. I just, if I can attune more items, my own, that'd be good. But I don't know if it allows more than 3.
Nope, just 3.
Yeah. And well, I guess I'm gonna just use Eldritch Blast. Ha ha ha. Oh, let's see if it hits. Oh, Paul, finally! 21!
21, that hits. On the captain.
Wow. Yeah, sure thing. Wait, what are these guys?
Those
like
are the
mages?
wizards at the top. Yeah.
Oh, sheesh. Can I just go for the wizards?
The
I don't really
casting
care about
spells.
the...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I just want to hit them. Alright. 5, since there are 2 beams. It'll be 10 damage, Smile.
Alright. Both of the wizards, they completely disintegrate. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
No words.
The last thing they see is 2 blasts coming towards their face.
I say, Cribble! Yummy! And that's it.
The armor says, weak spellcasters. Not even worth eating.
You're weak. Be quiet.
He doesn't say anything else. Silence comes up and And she pulls out her lute and plays a song. What song does she play? Oh, sleep. She casts sleep. Ah, yes. She upcasts it. Upcasts it, casts it to level 3. Ooh, this is a fun spell. I think I've used this before. Okay, and the 2 pirates next to the captain instantly fall asleep. Okay, and Varessa, it is your turn.
Alright, Varessa will try with the Ray of Sickness again.
Okay, good stuff.
Just 25 hit.
That hits. 25 hits.
Alrighty. You'll just do a level 1 Ray of Sickness. So, hit level 1, yep. So do 2d8. Okay, he takes 11 poison damage. And he is poisoned until the end of my next turn. Or his next turn, I should say. So not this turn, but the turn after.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, he is just dead. The captain dies of sickness. Begins coughing and starts coughing blood, and then collapses on the ground.
Nice.
Right.
I guess then these guys sleep, so bonus action, Misty Step up onto their ship.
Okay. Yep.
She'll move over. Actually, I think they're too far apart. Yeah, they're too far apart. She'll move over to this one here. But the 2 deck wizards are dead, but she'll stand here. And then he'll do dragon, which I think because he's prone, right? So he can't pass this next thing. So he'll get 3d6 fire damage from the little dragon on my shoulder.
I see, yep.
So he will take 9 fire damage, this sleeping one right here.
9 fire damage, okay, well that one is dead. That guy just died. In his sleep.
Turn.
Okay. It is Glave's turn. And Glave says, well, I think there's nothing else I can do here. And he looks at you, no more, and he says, I think you should do the finishing blow. And gives you a helping hand. Rufus, it's your turn. And what Rufus does is he throws a dagger.
Oh. I was gonna get him to shoot his crossbow again.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Jeez. He misses. Never mind. You can't see him because he's passed out on the ground, so he just shoots an arrow and just nails past him. I can't see him, Lady Boss Varessa. all he'll say. And he'll end his turn.
Tori and Getz, they walk away. They seem to think that the battle is over already. And they retreat back to beneath the decks. No more, it is your turn. What would you like to do, no more?
This guy's asleep, right?
Mm-hmm. Asleep.
Dead? Wow.
He's still awake, alive.
Okay. Fantastic. Sure. Why not just Eldritch Blast this, just for the fun of it?
Okay. Any high rollers?
Nope, I miss. 11.
All right. So, you did have advantage, by the way, because of the helping hand.
Advantage. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Now I hit. Okay, 24.
All right. This is supposed to be blood, but it kind of looks like something else. Okay. So how much damage do you do?
I do. Holy 20 damage. Bonkers.
20? Oh my god, he
That's
explodes.
times 2.
What the hell? He explodes. I really shouldn't do that because it lags. But yeah, he explodes. He just dies. And combat is over. All the pirates have been vanquished. And now we're back to the regular schedule.
Alright, so we basically got a free ship, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Bresta, because this one's full, alright? She'll go to the edge and look and ask if one of them can come over here, so one of the dwarves, to you, or if you, to help run this ship to you, because we'll bring both back with us.
One of the dwarves says, I'll help. I can't reach though. And he sits on top of the cannon.
Bressa will toss down a rope to help him up. A climber's rope.
He
Across
walks
to
up,
him.
grabs it, and scurries up the rope onto the pirate ship. He goes, oh, clean decks. This must be a new ship.
Yep. I guess Bressa will loot the bodies and just yeet the dead ones over the side once she's done.
Okay.
Does this have a below deck too, or not?
It does have a below deck. It does. But it's an ordinary below deck. It basically just has supplies and stuff. There's no special treasure.
Does this one not have a captain's room then?
It does.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just loot the bodies and then chuck them over the edge once they're looted.
Okay. Did you want to grab any of the bodies, Nobu?
Me, I want to see if they have any silver teeth. Any gold teeth.
Sure. You can climb up the same rope on the door.
Okay, I guess I'll loot the bodies and then give them to no more. We will do whatever he wants with them before he chucks whatever he doesn't need over the top.
Mm-hmm.
I start knocking on my shield or my armor and be like, "Oi, wake up! Wake up!"
On each of the pirates, you find a scimitar. So you find 8 scimitars, and you also find 4 blunderbusses as well.
Does that mean I have no money?
No, you find money as well. I'm just listing the items.
Okay, items. Just regular scimitars, eh?
Yep, regular scimitars. And 4 blunderbusses. Oh, there's also a damaged crossbow. It has no value. There are also some gems inside of the pockets of the pirate captain.
Okay, how many? What kind of gems then?
They're citrine gems. There's 5 of them.
Alrighty. Is that all the items then? I take it.
There are also some items on the deck, Lizzie.
Okay.
Could you roll a d20 for me?
Yep. A 3.
You're not able to find any loot on the wizards' bodies. You don't think there's anything on there.
Okay.
But no more. You seem to think there's stuff on there. The armor tells you so. It says, "Wait, I think there's something on these guys. Something strong."
Oh, is it? What is it?
It says, "Come closer. Go towards them."
Alrighty. I will have a bomb on me just in case you act unwise.
It says, look. They have magic on them. And you go through the pirates' bodies, and you find some rum. Like a sack of rum. Like a small sack of rum in one of their behind one of their vests. And you also find some scrolls on the deck wizards.
Fascinating.
The rum is unidentified, and the scrolls are as well.
Excellent. Rolls. Now, how many do I find in all?
You find 7.
7. Okay. Excellent. Now, Armor, tell me, what are they? Have you seen it before? Have you felt this magic before?
The armor says, "Yes, these are pages from a grimoire, these scrolls." Oh, you want to know what grimoire it is?
Yes.
It's a grimoire from a siren. A siren's grimoire.
A siren? I don't make noises.
Yes. No,
What's wrong with you?
not that kind of siren. The mythical siren creature. These scrolls, they'll allow you to cast the spells of a siren.
Fascinating.
But only if
do
you
know,
have a dark heart.
I'm as dark as
No
can
good
be.
person
Chuck.
can cast these spells. Good. So I'll give you
I
these
only
what
have
the spells are.
One pack slot. I am geek. I am unlike my so-called brother, Noblesse. He was talented, had it all. Could cast more than one spell. She could cast 2. Me, I only have 1, but I have a stick. The stick is sharp.
The armor says, so you're a weakling, I see. No matter.
And you're weaker.
You're weaker, nuh-uh. The armor says, I could fix your issue. I could. Would you like that, little gnome?
Prove it.
Give me 5 bodies to feast on, pure of heart, and I will give you the power you desire.
Well, these look like pure bread. Pirates. How about them?
No, they're evil, rotten to the core. This isn't even their ship. This is the ship of traders. It's a trader ship, not even a pirate ship.
Okay then. Think about it. Compared to me, what are they? That's right. They are good.
But not pure
Ow.
of heart.
Pure. I am purely insane. Insane.
He disappears. Comes back. Quibble begins croaking, speaking to the armor. And the armor says back to him, "You know nothing. Let me talk to this one." And then he says, "When you find someone of pure of heart, I will let you know, and you will know what to do. But until then, do not bother me." And the armor
bother.
stops talking.
You're attached to me, you fool. I have no choice. If I go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom.
Quibble just ribbits.
If I wipe, you wipe.
The armor basically covers most of you no more. It's like an armor with a little bit of like a sort of skirt at the bottom. So pretty much most of you is covered by this armor. And there's also little like tassels or little tails at the back, and it drags on the ground sometimes. But is there anything else the rest of the party would like to do?
Can I know
So,
how much
you
gold I
told-
got then?
Oh, how much gold you got? What was it? 300 gold.
Nice, thank you.
300
I
gold.
guess
And
we'll-
you got a new ship as well.
I guess we'll just
Split the ships
Make-
up.
yeah.
Yeah, one of the dwarfs can steer this ship.
I guess I'll look at the supplies below, but I'll just basically give the booze or whatever is there to the dwarf. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's booze down there. Hey, since you came to
So
help,
this
the
was
ship
a
is your booze.
spice ship. They have supplies enough for a few weeks actually, and a lot of the barrels in the ship are filled with spices, of course, imported from different regions around the oceans. Some of them smells like peppers, some of them are salts, some of them are coriander, and you think that they are very expensive. All these barrels of spices.
I take it there's like a lot of them, like 100 barrels?
There's a lot.
Okay.
Probably like 50 stored
50
underneath.
barrels. Okay.
Yeah.
Guess
And
we'll
some
just...
of them are exotic as well. There's especially exotic ones in these like wooden boxes. It says fragile. These spices, you don't know how much these cost, but there's around 5 of them.
I guess we'll sail on to Saltmarsh then, I guess.
Alright. So I will clear out these bodies. Alright. So the rest, so the party begins to sail their way back to Saltmarsh. And I think this is probably a decent place to leave off, because once you guys get to Saltmarsh, there's some interesting things that go on, and I would like the others to see it as well. But I'll do a quick summary of what's happened. So the party left Fishy Rock. They left Fishy Rock and they began to voyage to return to Saltmarsh. And on the way there, Veressa opened up, pulled out her elven pipe and began to smoke some of the ingredients inside of the bone box. And as the smoke perforated to the rest of the party, they were knocked out and found themselves inside of the bodies of some cultists. Some cultists in Saltmarsh who had to carry out a forbidden ritual to summon a lesser god, Lolith, which they met earlier on the Emperor of Waves sea wreckage. During this ritual, Lolith, a part of Lolith was placed inside of a sacrifice, a pure-hearted being, and she was able to emerge in a small minor form as the Spiderling Queen. But before the party was able to be killed or eaten by Lolith, Valera was interrupted the party, interrupted the ritual, and a fight perhaps ensued between Lolith and Valera. But before that happened, the party woke up from their possession. And afterwards, they were attacked by pirates, cleared the pirates, and now they're returning back to Saltmarsh with 2 pirate ships. Who knows what awaits them when they return back to Saltmarsh, and what state the city will be in. Also, notably, Solmore seemed to be orchestrating the whole ritual of summoning the minor god. But yeah, that'll be it for this session. Not bad session.
I think it'll be a long rest before we get back again.
Yeah, long rest. And if you guys need to attune to anything, that'll be able to have that done as well. It's crazy how you pass the basically pass the charm of the sleep, magical sleep. I didn't consider that. I was like, oh, okay, well, okay.
I did if everyone just passed.
If everyone just passed, and it's like, oh.
Well, that's 2 hours of content gone.
It do be like that, so there's sometimes.
Yep. Good.
Hopefully next time we'll be able to have at least Marcus join us. I don't think Rish is probably not going to join us. I don't think so.
Has he given up on it a bit?
I think so. Last time he played Warframe. So I think he's probably given up on it. I had to imagine. Which is okay, because if he has, I'll just ask him about it, and then I'll just make it so that Tori and Gets, they go off and do something. So that's not too bad. And then I can just reduce the party size. Yeah. We reduce the party size.
Yep.
Shouldn't be too bad. And then depending on the others, we'll see. I'm sure I can figure something out. If it's Rufus needs to go off and do something, then I'll make it that Rufus returns back to the orphanage. I can figure something out. And then I think Glave is just busy. I think he has work. Or Marcus has work. I think he works from like, I don't know, 4 p.m. onwards.
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
If the old time's easier for him, if he's not coming back, no, it's not that for life is easier for all of you.
Yeah. I actually don't mind the newer time, because it's earlier.
Yeah, I don't mind it either.
I don't think this time affects Marcus at all, to be honest. It's just because if he has work between basically the evening or the afternoon, it's like it doesn't really matter if it's 2 hours later. So, sir.
Oh, good. And I can keep playing his character for him if you want to keep him in the party. I don't mind.
Oh yeah. Should be good. Should be good.
But
I can't wait for Quibble to do an attack. Just how the pseudo dragon does an attack.
I can't wait for him to start spitting acid on people. Yeah, that'd be my
Gamaguchi. Yeah, I know, right?
I could have his login, so I can always log into D&D Beyond to do Rufus's sheet and all that stuff. Should be okay. Run his character.
manage a few spells.
It was Whisperfang just a regular dagger, or was it like a +1 or +2 dagger?
It was +3.
Yep.
Oh man, oh man. Oh, my character's actually so good now.
That character's just getting. It was pretty strong at the start, but not too OP. But now she's just getting steadily stronger and more consistent.
I think the monsters are gonna start having like resistances soon or something. I don't know.
Finally, man. Dude, my PC is dying. I don't know why. I don't know why my PC is dying. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Let's see. Yeah, today just decided to start dying, I guess. Okay, that was a nice quick, not quick, but you know, shortened session. Pretty good. Another one of the classic, completely homebrewed encounters. It takes a lot of work actually to start up a new module because there's a lot of maps and planning and stuff to get that started. But I think I'll be able to have the next section up by a fortnight because next week there will be no D&D. I'll have a wedding to go to, so no D&D next week. But maybe the week after we'll have a session, and you guys will be able to see where the story is going to go. A return to Saltmarsh, maybe Valeria killed the aspect of Lolith, or maybe she died. Who knows? We'll have to see. Also, we had a raid today, which was really cool. Thank you, Tiki Hastur. Thanks for the raid, man, in the middle. Insane. I appreciate that a lot, man. It makes me smile when I hear the raid sound because it reminds me of Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, no, but insane. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, shout out to you, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for the raid. But I'll make sure this content keeps coming out. This D&D content keeps coming out for you guys to watch. It's been pretty hard actually because I've had a lot of studying and stuff to juggle. But this content's still coming out. I'm still trying out new things every time, even if I don't have a lot of time. This whole session was basically done in like 2 or 3 hours. And I tried to do some new stuff with it, especially with the lighting, the music, the lighting. I bought some new smoke effects, which is pretty cool. Had a new idea of doing a basically an event where the party's just taken from their bodies and then placed into another body as a device, a literary device, right, to explain lore or events occurring. It was a pretty cool idea. And then I had to put some restrictions on, I can't do anything too crazy, or you'll desync, or you'll leave your bodies and stuff like that. reminiscent of Assassin's Creed. If you've ever played the early Assassin's Creed, basically a similar thing. But yeah, that was a pretty fun session. I liked it a lot. Tomorrow, the day after, will be study streams. Fun study streams, you know. I'll probably get back to reading my papers and probably doing some coding. That's right, coding. I have to do some MATLAB coding, so that'll be the first time I've done it. I'm going to do a coding stream, so maybe we'll get some cool coding people to come on by. I know there's a big coding community on Twitch, like a really big one, surprisingly very big. So who knows what will happen. And in between then, I'll probably find some more music as usual for y'all who like to listen to the music during the streams. But yeah, a little bit of a shorter D&D session, but you know, things are coming up. Once I finish these few weeks, I'll be on a lot, very often. I'll be on basically every second day once I have exams, and expect D&D to also be pretty nice after that as well. But yeah, as you always, to shout out you guys on the Twitch channel. Shout out to Twitch people, to the YouTube live people, the shorts people, the VODs people. I think that's all. And the commenters as well. Shout out to you guys as well. I appreciate all of you. And until next time, which is probably tomorrow, to be honest, probably tomorrow at an earlier time, I will see you guys then. Also, it was pretty cool that Moya had like an updated dice box thing. Very cool, very cool. Thumbs up, thumbs up. I was just talking about you. I'll raid someone. Oh, good idea, good idea, good idea. I forget about that. You're a professional streamer, by the way. How does this work? Do I just click on? How does one do the raid? Oh, that's wild. Oh, there's a raid channel button. Oh, cool. Similar or smaller size. Wow, these guys look cool. Greek, hell yeah. Greek Dungeons and Dragons, hell yeah, brother. Alright. Well, I'm assuming as soon as I press start raid, it will stop the stream. So I'll do that. But until next time, we die. Hey, what is this timer? Right now.